What is up, guys? It's Baseball Nerd back with another video. This one is our World Series predictions, our World Series MVP predictions, and man, the stage is set. It's the Dodgers, the Rays, the best team in the AL, the best team in the NL. They got through COVID, they got through a 60-game season, expanded playoffs, all of it, and the two best teams have made it down to the World Series. It's going to be a great series. We're going to get into our predictions right away. All right, guys, jumping right into this, we're going to be looking at the World Series MVP predictions. If the Dodgers win, if the Rays win, we're going to be starting off with the Dodgers. And both my picks, you guys are probably going to think are pretty safe picks. They both won the MVP for the last series for their teams. But Corey Seager is who I'm going with the Dodgers. I just can't go against him. The dude's so hot at the plate right now. So many home runs, so many just hard hit balls. He's just smacking baseballs right now. He has been this whole season. He's looked really good at the plate, really comfortable, aggressive, everything you want to see out of the heart of your order, the best hitter on your team at the current time. And so I have to go with Corey Seager for the Dodgers. And moving into the Rays, I'm going to stick with my same pick from the Wild Card Series, Division Series, and the CS, and that is Randy Arozarena. The dude is just so hot. Everything he's hitting right now is either getting down or getting out of the park, and so I have to go with him. I feel like these two picks, obviously they both won the MVP for the last series for their teams, but I think they continue that trend, and obviously I could be wrong with both these picks. There's guys hitting the ball well for both teams, and there's pitchers throwing lights out, but I have to go with these two guys for my MVP picks, and that is why I'm going with them. If I have to go with a pitcher to throw out there, I will throw out for the Rays Charlie Morton. You know, the dude's been nasty in the postseason. He always has been. I think he will have a great series here for the Rays and possibly subdue the Dodgers lineup for at least a game or two. And then moving to the Dodgers, I think if it is a pitcher, it will be Walker Buehler. I know he's got the blister problem, but he still had a dominant game against the Braves last time he was out. So I think he will step up for the Dodgers, and he could be a potential MVP candidate. I know we had Steven Strasburg win the MVP of the World Series last season. So if it is a pitcher, I believe it will be one of those two gentlemen if their team wins the World Series. Now we're going to be going to look at which team will actually win the World Series here. And my prediction at the beginning of the postseason was the Dodgers and the Rays, the 1 seed and the 1 seed in the AL and the NL. And it did happen. Doesn't always happen like that in baseball in 5 and 7 game series, 3-game series for the wild card. But it didn't always work out that way, but it does this year, and that's awesome to see. You love to see the best of the best going at it. That's always the most electric, the most fun. So breaking it down, we're going to go kind of, I guess, not position by position, but kind of, I guess, set by set, as you could say. We're going to start off with starting pitching. And this is all just my opinion. I've looked at some of the stats. I've watched some of the games. So I'm not an expert, but I'm just going to be looking at it. And I think the starting pitching is very close for these two teams. I think, you know, you match up Walker Buehler with Tyler Glasnow, and then Clayton Kershaw and Blake Snell and Charlie Morton, Dustin May. I mean, they have a lot of really good pitchers. They got Ryan Yarbrough going as the 4 pitcher for the Rays, and then you have Tony Gonsolin, who's not done very great as of late, but still isn't that far off. I'm going to give the slight edge here to the Rays. I think the Dodgers obviously can outpitch them. They're so close. These are the two best teams, but I'm going to give the slight edge there in the starting pitching to the Rays. Moving on to the bullpen, I think these bullpens are also both very solid. I think the Dodgers have a lot of great bullpen pieces, and especially with like Julio Urias out there. I know he's a starter, but he's been pitching really good out of the pen. I do give the slight edge to the Rays. They just have so many guys that are sitting like 199, just throwing flames out there. They've had Peter Fairbanks has just been on fire, Nick Anderson, Diego Castillo. They just have so many good people out the pen. So I'm going to have to give another slight edge here to the Rays, but it's very close. Moving on to the catcher position, Mike Zunino and Will Smith are the primary starters for their two teams. I know Austin Barnes plays, but we're going to go with them two versus each other, and I think it's a wash, honestly. Defensively, they're about the same. Zunino maybe a little stronger, but Will Smith's probably a little better offensively lately, even though Zunino has had a lot of clutch home runs for the Rays. And I'm going to give this one to the Dodgers, just a slight advantage at catcher. In the infield, I don't think it's with Brandon Lowe hitting how bad he's been hitting so far, and the platoon of G-Man Choi and Yandy Diaz at first base, Joey Wendell, Willie Adames going up against Turner, Corey Seager, Kike Hernandez, Max Muncy. I mean, I just think the Dodgers offensively and even defensively probably outweigh the Rays on the infield. I mean, defense is questionable between the two of them, but the offense is definitely going to the Dodgers here. I'm going to give them the infield bump and the catcher bump there. Moving to the outfield with the reigning NL MVP, Mookie Betts, who has also been an MVP when he was with Boston, and then having A.J. Pollock and Jock Peterson platooning out in left field with the way Pollock's been hitting this year, and Jock Peterson getting started again, hitting a bomb in the postseason in the 6th game of the CS, I'm pretty sure. It's going to have to go to them, even though Randy Arozarena, Manuel Margot, Hunter Renfroe, the platoon of Hunter Renfroe and Austin Meadows out in right field, and then Kevin Kiermaier with his lockdown D. I think the defense could go either way. I know the defense has looked really good for the Dodgers with Bellinger and Betts, but it's also looked very good for the Rays. They've had so many clutch plays in that last series against the Astros. They just were popping out 2 or 3 of them every game. So I think the outfield's very close defensively, slight edge offensively to the Dodgers, which gives them pretty much the edge everywhere offensively. They got the better lineup. I think the Rays have the slightly better pitching, at least more proved so far this postseason with their pitching. And so it should be a very, 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 very close, exciting matchup, guys. I'm super excited. Let me know what you guys think for your predictions below. So for my final prediction, I want to go with the Rays so bad, but I have to choose the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's 2020. They've made the World Series before. They added the second best player in baseball, in my opinion. It's got to be a make or break point for the Dodgers. They have to win it here. I really, really love the Rays. I really love an underdog story, and I think they are the underdogs here. I just think this leans towards the Dodgers, and they're going to take the 2020 World Series home with them as Corey Seager as their World Series MVP. Please let me know your guys' predictions below. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you want to do. Just thank you guys for watching. We'll be back with the recaps as soon as the World Series gets started. The next day we'll be recapping the games, going over the exciting highlights. Thank you guys so much for watching again.